Shidra. Ah, okay. We are ready. Bhutay panchabi arabdhay yoshit purusha evahi tayor vavayat sambhutihi yoshit purushayor iha bhutay panchabi arabde yoshit purusha evahi tayor vavayat sambhutihi tayor vavaya sambhutihi yoshit purushayor iha bhutay panchabi arabdhe yoshit purusha evahi tayor vaya sambhutihi yoshit purushayor iha. Bhutai, by the material elements. Panchabihi, five. Arabdhai, developed. Yoshat, woman. Purushaha, man. Eva, just so. He, certainly. Tayo, of them. Bhavayat, by sexual life. Sambhutihi, the further creation, Yoshat, of woman, Purushayoho, and of men, Iha, in this material world. The creation of material world begins with the five elements, and thus everything, including the body of a man or a woman, is created by these elements. By sexual life of man and woman, the number of men and women in the material world is further increased. The creation of the material world begins with the five elements. And thus everything, including the body of a man or a woman, is created by these elements. By the sexual life of man and a woman, the number of men and women in the material world is further increased.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by Srivange, Sesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. When Swayambhuva Manu saw that Dhruva Maharaj understood the philosophy of Vaishnavism and yet still dissatisfied because of his brother's death, he gave him an explanation of how this material body is created by the five elements of material nature. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is also confirmed Prakrute Kriyamanani. Everything is created, maintained, and annihilated by the material modes of nature. In the background, of course, there is the direction of Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya Dhyakshena. In the ninth chapter, Krishna says, under my superintendence, material nature is acting. Swayambhuva Manu wanted to impress on Dhruva Maharaj that the death of the material body of his brother was not actually the Yaksha's fault, it was an act of the material nature. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has immense varieties of potencies and they act in different gross and subtle ways. It is by such powerful potencies that the universe is created, although grossly it appears to be no more than the five elements earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Similarly, the bodies of all species of living entities, whether human beings, demigods, animals, or birds, are also created by the same five elements, and by sexual union, they expand into more and more living entities. That is the way of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. One should not be disturbed by the waves of material nature in this process. Dhruva Maharaj was indirectly advised not to be afflicted by the death of his brother because our relationship with the body is completely material. The real self, spirit soul, is never annihilated or killed by anyone. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashad Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhutai Panchabi Arabdhai Yoshit Purusha Evahi Toyoga Vaya Sambhutihi Yoshit Purusha Yor Iha. The creation metal world begins with the five elements, and thus everything, including the body of a man or woman, is created of these elements. But the sexual life of man or woman, the number of men and women in the metal world is further increased. So the first question comes, who is speaking this? Who is speaking? So there is an instruction, either the instructions coming to Dhruva by his grandfather, Swayambhuva Manu. Now, there are 12 authorities mentioned. He is one of the authorities. Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Kumara, Kapila, Manu. This is Manu referring to Swayambhuva Manu. Now, he is one of the authorities, Mahajanas. And Bhagavatam is such a beautiful scripture that all these Mahajanas come and instruct us. Dhruva Maharaj is a pure devotee. Apparently, he has made a mistake. So what do you learn from this? We can also make mistakes, no? Sometimes we can also get angry, Dhruva got angry. Sometimes we can get lusty. Shiva got lusty, he ran after Mohini Murti. Bharat Maharaj, got too much involved in social welfare activity. We can also get lost. No, that is not the point. These are very exalted personalities. And it is by Krishna's will that sometimes these examples are made for us. We have no adhikara to even analyze these great personalities like Dhruva. Manu can analyze. He is one of the Mahajanas. Okay. For us, the focus should not be on the mistake of Dhruva Maharaj. Our focus is on what lesson we have from this. That should be our focus. So now the question is that why this philosophy at this point? So Prabhupada is clarifying that Dhruva Maharaj may say, okay, all this looks great. the philosophy, the Lord is there, we are eternal servants, but I am feeling so much pain now. In Bhagavad Gita also similar thing happens. When Krishna talks about the existence of the soul, second chapter, correct? 7th shloka Arjuna surrenders. And then Krishna smiles. And then after that, Krishna starts instructing Arjuna. Ashochan and Natvevaham and then Dehinosmin shloka. When he talks about the soul, interestingly, the next shloka is Matara Sparshasta Kaunteya. So really thought flow, why it is now? He's talking about soul. We should have continued that. Why did he talk about? So Prabhupada animates a conversation there. He says, Krishna, you are telling me that, we are not body or soul. But when I see my grandfather dying, when I see my, guru dying, my cousins dying here, I feel pain. So Prabhupada animates a conversation. So Krishna answers, Mantara Sparshasta Kaunteya. What can be done, Arjuna? Just tolerate. Just tolerate. Matra Sparshasta Kaunteya, Sitoshna Sukha Dukha Daha, Agama Paino Anitya Tam Titiksha Sabharata. Matra Sparsha. Arjuna is just the touch of the senses with the sense object. That's all it is. There is nothing more to it. Just like senses touch with sense object, what happens? There is seed, shita, ushna. Sometimes it is very cold. Sometimes it is very hot. What is this at the end of the day? Now you are feeling very hot. Thinking if I was also sitting below a fan. Sita, ushna. It's very cold or very hot. But what is it at the end of the day? It's the interaction of the senses with the sense object. That's all it is. When it is winter, you wish. Now whole North India is hot. Yesterday I called my marble worker. What's happening? Where are my Shat Goswamis? Prabhu, 49 degree. They are human beings. Just wait for a few days, let it cool down. They can't work at this heat. It's 49 degrees now. Somebody was telling me yesterday they were at the airport and for 5 minutes they were below the heat. It's unbearable it was. So Ushna, it's very hot. But what is it at the end of the day? The soul feels hot, the soul gets hot, the soul feels cold. Correct? Soul is unaffected. Soul can sit on the sun planet also and smile. We can't do anything to him. Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Nayanam chindanti shastrani, nayanam dahati pavaka. So what is it at the end of the day? Interaction of senses with a sense object. What's so big deal? Sometimes it is hot, sometimes it is cold. It's part of life. So we don't get very disturbed. And that's what Krishna says. Matra sparsha astu kaunteya shitoshna ushna. Shitoshna. You know the shloka, huh? Tell the shloka. See? Matra sparsha astu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkha daha. It is sukha and dukkha of the world, which we are so much now. Dhruva Maharaj is justifying, I'm feeling pain. You say all this philosophy, but I'm feeling pain. So he's giving him knowledge. Why are you feeling pain? In society today, who is there? You see, don't you feel very fortunate? We have such a grandfather. Manu is also our grandfather. Has so much knowledge. Only we are fools actually. See all the sages, all the personalities, so much knowledge he is speaking. It's not that he is dear to Krishna for no reason. It is not that Krishna has given him such a big post for no reason. It's full of knowledge. You see Brahma speaking, Manu speaking, so much knowledge. Today, no knowledge. Simply they learn how to bend an iron and they get some big certificate, gold medal, and they are jumping around like idiots. No knowledge. All society, Prabhupada used to word we cannot use Prabhupada. All fools, dogs, asses, dumb, what all words, rascals. Any word remaining? Prabhupada used to use for the society. Rascals, yes, that is there. All dogs, fools, pigs, he used to. Totally dull-headed society. And they are beating the chest, we are advancing, we are the summit of human civilization. Summit, even this much you don't understand. ABCD, which was given to you the knowledge 5,000 years ago. You're not even able to read or even understand this. You have no brains. All, sir mein gobar bhara hai. But you see, Manu is not like that. He's giving so much wonderful knowledge. And by this knowledge, he's trying to pacify. Previously we saw how wonderfully he was counseling Dhruva. You are so recognized devotee of the Lord. All the devotees look upon you for a good example. Lord always is thinking about you. You're always thinking about the Lord. How could you do this? How wonderful is counseling, intelligent in every way. Manu. And here, not only so intelligent, he's also seeing, sometimes we are not able to see the other person's situation. He's able to read his situation. He can understand. You're having so much pain. I understand. You proved. You're affectionate to your brother, no doubt. But now you need to stop. And now you're giving him knowledge that actually what you're so attached to the body of a brother, that is just made of Panchabhuta. And your experience of pain and happiness in seeing him alive or dead, it is just Sita Ushna, just like a passing of seasons. Agama Payano Tamtitakshasa Bharat, just tolerate. Like Arjuna, you see your friends, relatives dying here, just tolerate. Dhira Satra Mohiyati. That's the same shloka previous. Dehinosmani yatha dehe kamaram yovanam jara tatha deha antar prapti dhiras tatra namuhyati. You should try to tolerate, my dear Dhruva Maharaj. Please, Manu is speaking, what an authority. Please tolerate. It's part of life. Tolerate. Very small, no? Small, try it. Not easy. We break down. In a similar situation, imagine your brother has died. Anna, will you be able to handle? No. But here, just tolerate. So it's easy to speak, but when it comes upon us, it's not easy. We need to have this knowledge. When Krishna had disappeared from the planet, Arjuna was piteously crying. Yudhishthira Maharaj saw his face totally black. Tears are rolling down his eyes. At that time, Arjuna consoled himself by remembering the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. I remember a long time ago, there was a small boy used to come to the temple, and his father died. And we were all instructing him and telling him, meditate on the instructions of second chapter of Gita, and that boy was trying to console. So what we can do? We should give the knowledge. So similarly, Manu also is trying to remove the tears of Dhruva and his anger by giving him knowledge, and is trying to elevate him. We see the similar instance in the Bhagavatam of Chitraketu, when he was totally lost and he was crying out of the death of his child, Harsha Shoka. Angira Rishi and Narada gave him knowledge. So actually many times, these are the times we get knowledge. So sometime being disturbed also helps. We were discussing how our preaching is because of COVID. Whatever virus they say, forgotten the name also now. Some name was there for the virus, big, which attacked all the people. Whatever. COVID virus, Corona. We forgotten the name also was there, Corona. ये तो याद हो गया, भूले नहीं अभी तक, है ना? We will forget also very soon. We will forget if we were moving around in the mass. We get so used to. So now, during that time, we see so many people being disturbed also helped. So that's why actually Kali Yuga is very good. Prayana alpa ayusha sabya kalausmin yuge junaha manda sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagya, Upadritaha. ठीक है? कुछ गलती क्या? बताओ श्लोक बताओ. Upadirta. Yaad nahi hai. Upadirta is very disturbed. And because of this, it's actually very easy for them to take to Krishna consciousness. But they're so disturbed. The more somebody is disturbed, more is looking for shelter. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his mercy, has given a process by which they can find peace, where they can find spiritual happiness. So Kali Yuga in that way is actually very wonderful. Correct? If you analyze the 4 ages, it is said when Parikshit Maharaj, Bhagavatam analyzes, Parikshit Maharaj had a power to destroy Kali Purusha. When he fell at his feet, correct? Parikshit Maharaj could have eliminated him, but he thought, leave him. It's good. Actually, Parikshit Maharaj left Kali Yuga for us, because anyway, where will we be born? Such disturbed fellows that we are, Satvika is very difficult for us. All people are sitting peacefully, chanting, Om Hare. We are like monkeys. It's not a time for us. Treta Yuga is also a little better, better than Kali Yuga. Slight disturbance. So we are all fit souls of Kali Yuga. But in this age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has actually introduced a Sankirtana movement which can give so much peace and spiritual happiness. So in that way, Kali Yuga is glorious. Therefore, sometimes the Kali Yuga is glorified, because in this age it is very easy, very easy to take shelter of Krishna just by chanting. And this process has been glorified, and Rupa Goswami talks so much in his Shri Upadesha Amrita. Correct? Mrita means death. Amrita means deathless. Correct? And such instruction which make you deathless, they call Shri Upadesha Amrita. Another way to look at that word. Anna, Shri means auspicious, glorious, Upadeshas, instructions, which can make you deathless. And what is the first one? Vacho Vegam. Very actually analyzed in this way, so beautiful it is. You know, many people get killed because they speak something. Don't you get killed? If you speak some things to some people, they'll come and kill you. Correct? Some people are there always like that. So control your tongue. Don't speak nonsense. You lose your life. You lose your head. In certain countries, there are blasphemy laws. You speak certain words, they'll come and kill you and burn your body also. Anna? They do that. So vacho vegam, control your tongue. Amrita, you will become deathless. And with this tongue, if you can chant Hare Krishna mantra, if you can glorify Krishna, that's the best control of the tongue. Tare madde jiva hoti lobo maya sudarmati. The whole spiritual life, among all the senses, the most important sense to control is tongue. Therefore, tongue has various business. One thing to talk, control it. Vacho vegam. So if you do this, yes, you become deathless. Manasa, you come to attach somewhere, again you will create problem. So control it. Krodha, then you get angry. Mind, another nature is to get angry. Again you will lose your life. Now I'm just seeing in another way. Deathless. Correct? You become angry unnecessarily, the people will come and kill you. So, Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam. If you overeat, you will get sugar and then you will die. Anna? You will get so many diseases. Jiva, control your tongue. Udara, your belly. Devotees, I was hearing one temple, they are talking that we used to have some kind of contest, how many gulab jamun somebody can eat. So he said one devotee won it. He took 36. And next day he had a lot of trouble. varieties of trouble, so much sugar in his body. He had to take bitter lemon, so many things. Correct. So udara, so control it. Upastha, sex desire. So if you can control the 6 things, it's so wonderful that actually Upadesha Amrita, you will live long. Okay. And the first 3 instructions of Upadesha Amrita are actually the foundation of spiritual life. And Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada very nicely analyzes this as control your speaking vacha, control your mind, manasa krodha, and control your body. Udara upastha. Jiva udara upastha. That's your body, tongue, belly, and genital. And actually, if you see this world, where is this world heading for? Is anybody controlling his speech? Rather, people speak whatever they want. They don't even know. Let us control it. Nobody knows actually. Tongue, belly, and genital. Isn't whole society just targeted to satisfy this tongue? Does anybody in the society says we have to control them? They speak big, big philosophy. I was in somebody's house. He was not listening at all. We had given him Bhagavatam, and he used to read one page and parallelly read in Mayavada book the same thing. What will he understand? Totally was confused. And we got exhausted. 1 or 2 hours, it thought we will instruct him, we gave up. And when you're coming out, KFC, Kentucky Chicken was going inside. You know, the delivery team had, he's speaking such big philosophy, can't even control non-veg, veg. What is the use of talking so much? Okay, so these, isn't the whole society only doing this? How to satisfy the tongue? Nobody bothers. The family goes for outing, what to eat, what to eat, what to eat, what to eat. That's all, no? Where to eat, no control on the tongue. They just unlimited satisfaction of the tongue. The belly, even though they are filled, have more, have more, have more. And then sex desire. No control. So the society is totally going different way. Rupa Goswami, the great Acharya, is saying, please control. And Srila Prabhupada has kept that book for all of us. So spiritual life begins when the first 3 these shlokas are actually followed. In fact, this book is so beautiful. Prabhupada says it's very important, this book for neophytes. This ABCD of spiritual life. So ABCD of spiritual life is control. And unless we have these controls, there is no question of spiritual life. It's not that we will not make progress. Somebody is saying, like in America, devotees doing Sankirtana and dancing on the street. And one man is hearing, is having some burger, maybe mostly non-veg burger, and he's hearing. It's not that he doesn't get benefit. He does get some appreciation, but the progress is very slow, isn't it? Somebody is maybe having a beer bottle, is drinking, and seeing devotees chanting and dancing. So he gets some idea about spiritual life. So similarly, it's not that, but really like an anchor will not be able to progress unless these Vegas are controlled. So, we may be doing so many things. Like Prahlad Maharaj tells his father, my dear father, you say that you have so many enemies, but actually your enemy is only your own mind. So today we may be saying there is this problem, that problem, we look outside. But actually the problem is, can I have? Then in next shloka he says, my dear father, there are many fools like you. And he gives the names, who thought they conquered this kingdom, that conquered that kingdom, but they could not control their mind. So internal victory, external victory will come. See, heaven will not fall if some things don't happen today. That can happen tomorrow also. True? Now just like we're trying on this day, there is inauguration. Heaven is not going to fall if, earth is not going to scatter. But true, we'll make it happen. But sometimes you think, no, that's the only thing to be anxious about. No, sir. To be anxious is, are you hearing a japa? That to be anxious about. That is most important. Today I got nice association to finish my rounds. They are also dancing like me. I made the two kids sit with me. They were also Hare Krishna. So we don't know where we should put the first energy to struggle. And Rupa Goswami is saying, put here, the internal struggle. Correct? Vacha Vega Manasa Krodha. This is internal for us, not external. We take care of that. And if we take care of that, actually we will understand we are in a very fortunate position. Because Krishna knows what kind of difficult position I've given them in Kali Yuga. He knows situation is not easy, it's very tough. Therefore, he is extremely merciful. Namo Mahavadanyaya. He is extremely merciful. And just by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, actually Bhakti Marga is for all the yugas. You can do in any yuga you can do. But in Kali Yuga it has been made very easy, the chanting of the holy name by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It has been made very easy. Anybody, if he takes it up, particularly this 10,000 years of the golden age, launched by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, anybody takes it up will be so much benefited. Kalau Sankirtana Arambhe Bhavishyami Sachi Sutaha. So in that way, a Kali Yuga, one devotee saying Kali Yuga ki jai. Why? Because it has become so easy. And what was to be achieved in the forest for thousands of years of tapasya, whatever cases we have of tapasya, is of thousands of years. The analysis is somebody 6,000 years, somebody 10,000 years, Kardama Muni was some thousands of years. Such intense tapasya, such difficult position, so easy. Just stay wherever we are, peacefully just chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Actually, it has been made so easy in Kali Yuga. So in this process, we see that Manu is taking a situation. He's seeing Dhruva Maharaj attached. So much to learn. Generally what happens when we are in difficulty, people just attack the situation. Why? Why can't you study? What's your problem? Manu is not doing that. He's not telling Dhruva, enough of it now. Enough. In one sense, he's doing that. Enough. Just like normal statements, will make somebody so angry. Just cool down. But he's not only just doing, we would have done that only. But you see, he glorified him for not flattery, he glorified for the facts that Dhruva Maharaj had. And he said, how you could behave like this, Dhruva. What a way to counsel. We saw how elevated personality is Manu. What all we can learn from everything. And now he's saying there is an affection he's having for the brother, and now he's tackling that. What is theirs, brother and all? It's just proper explaining of the material nature working. See, we see only an immediate cause, the yaksha, but actually the cause is the material nature. When there is the analysis of, when Parikshit Maharaj sees the bull, and he asks the bull, what is causing so much pain to you? Who has given you this pain? The bull says, Dharma Purusha says, it is very difficult to understand what causes pain in this world. Some people say it's our own karma. Some people say it's the prakriti. Some people, he makes a big statement. And Parikshit Maharaj understands, it's not ordinary bull. So elevated. First thing, it could talk. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. No. First you could understand it's able to talk. Correct? And not only that, it is able to give wonderful philosophy. Clear philosophy. So it's not easy. Now Dhruva is only seeing the immediate cause. Yeah, I understood why it is. His mobile was on. Now the echo is over? Yeah. So Dhruva was able to see the immediate cause. But he didn't see the real cause, which is our own karma. So sometimes when things happen in life, we immediately react as our Dhruva is reacting. But sometimes, okay, what can be done? That was Krishna's plan for him. That was just like in the instance of Chitraketu, when Narada woke up the child, what does the child say? By the laws of nature, I was going to my next body. So Krishna has already arranged for everybody different experiences. And the time its body is also fixed. The moment you are born, the body has this much time. And then it goes to the next body. And this arrangement of the Lord to take us through different experiences so that we can finally surrender to Him. So that is whole arrangement of the Lord. So therefore Dhruva Maharaj has to see it in that light. Okay, Uttama had a life, his duration life was over, he had to die. If it were not by yakshas, he would have died by some other cause. Time was over. He had to die now. So, but instead of that, forget about seeing the Lord. Even the laws of karma were not being analyzed. He just reacted. My brother has been killed. Now I'm going to take a Kshatriya. I have my duty to take revenge for that. What about the higher philosophy? That actually the laws of karma are in action. You know? So this time was over. And to more understand actually that why he has to kill so many yakshas for one yaksha. There was no need to eliminate the whole species of the yakshas just for the mistake committed by one yaksha. So this is the Manu acting very sanguinely, peacefully and convincingly, and he achieves what is needed. What does he achieve? He is able to stop Dhruva Maharaj from his unnecessary killing. Hare Krishna. Anything else, reflection on this, Mataji? Okay, I think now it's okay, there's no echo. Oh, mobile on tha, audio on tha. Okay, any other things to reflect from the shloka? Okay, no, it's okay. Anybody has any questions, something somebody wants to add? So are you ready? You may face a similar situation. We all go, sometimes death is there, not sometimes, every day, some news comes. Are you able to go like Manu and give them knowledge? If you see somebody is acting in a foolish way, are you able to go now learning from Manu how to console that person? Yes, Neeraja Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have one question. Prabhuji, when someone praises anyone, is it true that their papa karma will increase, and if someone abuses or scolds anyone, his punya karma will decrease? Punya karma will increase. It's a reverse, vice versa. Is it like that, Prabhuji?
Karma kanda, jnana kanda, kevala vishera bhanda. My answer only. So much karma kanda. This is all karma kanda thing. Okay, na? You chant Hare Krishna, my ear bother. Okay? So it is said when he criticizes somebody, it's not good, we take his karma. It is good, no? See, our life is, forget about normal karma kanda. Let us be living in the devotee association. Our life is dedicated to glorify Krishna and his devotees, isn't it? We have dedicated our life to serve Krishna and his devotees. So let us focus on that line. A normal society, this is karma kanda, jnana kanda, leave it. Okay?
Okay.
Punya increase, punya decrease, papa increase, papa decrease. Why you want to criticize somebody? Okay? Unless, it's just like I will give an example, you put a thermometer to somebody's mouth only if that person accepts you as a doctor. Otherwise, it's of no use. Even you're a doctor, he will not take your advice. So similarly, we give instruction to somebody or correct somebody only when that person is listening to you. Otherwise, don't do that. It's a waste of energy. Okay, isn't it?
Yes,
Why
yes.
waste our energy?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You go somebody's house, enter the house, put a thermometer in the house, say it's not correct, you should not do that. And he has no relation to you. What is he gone crazy?
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. At least we feel happy when somebody abuses us. We feel happy that our karma is going. At least we keep quiet. We won't feel bad. Like if you think like that, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, in that way, when you're thinking, because nobody can shout at you for no reason, your papa karma is there, and he has removed one truckload of karma. Thank you very much.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that way you can take to remain cool. Nothing wrong. That way you can
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Big. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hasmukh.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, in spite of having all, we have an intelligence that what you have told that you have to control over your tongue. So this is the very integral part. So if you are having control over your tongue, then all your senses will get will be in a control. But we have that intelligence, but we cannot able to overcome of it. So what is the how to control over it? Just that question.
Vega, yes, Vega. Without Vega, there is no spiritual life. We gave that example. We are walking on the road, you are driving a car, you see a red light, you have to stop. Correct? So similarly, Vegas are like that, like a lines on a stone. It should be so strict. Correct? So, and then there is spiritual life. See, you want pure devotion. That's what I told. Because we are complacent, because we do not mind remaining neophyte, we forget we came to this moment to become pure devotee. That is why then we don't control ourselves. So chalega, I can smoke and drink, and then tomorrow I can watch a movie. I will not fall down. I will continue chanting. I've seen it whole my life. I chant Hare Krishna, then I watch 2 movies, then I can tomorrow again chant. So what? Not a big deal. I can watch another movie. But we forget that actually you are not come to this moment to remain as a neophyte devotee. We came to become a pure devotee. If that target is lost, then Vegas will also be lost. Correct? You know by your experience, you still can chant Hare Krishna. I can smoke. There was one friend of mine, he came to Krishna consciousness and he used to drive a bike and come. I remember seeing him coming by that. And one day he was telling me, I smoked one cigarette today and I chanted 4 rounds to see how much I can counteract. I said, you have come here to become a pure devotee or you're making a joke of spiritual life, correct? So you see, he was playing. He's just making a joke of the spiritual life. He's not understanding we have come to become a pure devotee. Okay. Hare Krishna, Shri Radha Govinda ki jai. Okay, Prabhuji. So Vegas will come when your goal is clear. I want to go back to Godhead, and for that I have to become a pure devotee. Okay. Not that I smoke once in a while, I chant Hare Krishna, and I'm going back to Godhead. Sometimes Prabhupada said, don't make it a joke. It is a way. Once I told you this, Prabhupada said, you made a very big decision. You want to say, I want to pass IS exam. What the parents should say? You made a very big decision now. It's not easy. May people try for 6-7 years. They keep trying. Day and night they study. So it's a big decision. So similarly, you have made a decision to go back to Godhead. It's the most difficult decision you have made. It's the most difficult thing to achieve. So we have to be serious. Therefore, Vegas have to be there. And this is just the beginning of spiritual life. Vacha Vega Manas is for a neophyte, the beginning. Beginning. Atyahara Prayasasa, Prajalpani Amagra, Janasansa Longago, Shadvi Bhakti, Vinashyati, Ussa Nishya Dharya Tattat Karma Pravartanat, Sango Tyaga Sato Vritti, then Shadvi Bhakti Prasiddhyati, it enhances. So these 3 first instructions will make you live longer, even common sense wise.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay?
Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much,
So
Prabhuji.
Vegas are there because you remind yourself, because I have come to this moment to go back to Godhead, and for that I have to become a pure devotee. And because I want to be a pure devotee, I have to follow the Vega. And because we don't know, therefore association is very important. When you're saved with devotees, they feel, yeah, I also want to be like him. Then you develop more tapasya. Because you see somebody, yeah, it's possible. See, he's such a wonderful devotee. I also want to be a devotee like him. So we develop a desire. That's why we associate. We read Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see Lord Chaitanya giving an example of pure devotee. We are wonderstruck with both eyes we hear. My God, this is a devotee. I want to be a devotee like that. We develop a desire. Okay? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life was, one of the reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life was to give an example of an exalted devotee. So all of us see that example. Like Prabhupada says, teacher says ABCD, it's not enough. He writes on the board A, B, C, D. Then we can understand. Correct? So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing how to be a devotee. So we take an example. So read the scriptures. We see how Manu is such an exalted personality. Manu is counseling Dhruva Maharaj. We also learn how to talk to your children. Many times parents are saying, I'm not able to counsel my child. You don't know how to counsel. See how Manu is doing. See how is he doing the job. How wonderful he is doing the job. See, my God, he's so intelligent he is. He can appreciate. Okay?
Yes,
Hare
thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu evacha patita